But he's been working on it. I haven't seen the results though.
It takes time.
Really, it takes time, yeah, but like, really the only thing that he can be criticized on right now is our economy.
I mean,
I think our
economy
economy
might
is gonna
not
be
the
fucked
best,
forever.
but I mean, our
Yeah.
economy's been in the shithole for the past like 30, 40 years now. So
Problem is that that's the way it's designed. You can't fix our economy without having wars.
which is sad, but there's no other way to fix
Wasn't
it.
We're
it
fucking
like
war tribe.
Reaganomics or something that fucked economics forever?
I've heard that the whole reason why Reaganomics didn't fucking work out is because it wasn't really his policy. And it was the people behind the fucking curtain that were taking advantage of his dementia. I
Which
mean,
is
the
true.
dates line up. The dates line up. Like, he got dementia like early after like
88.
during when Iran Contra happened. It was before that. I don't know much about Reagan. I just know what I fucking hear. But it tracks.
I heard Reagan was
It
a really
tracks.
cool president.
Yeah, I heard he was a fucking awesome president.
Can't say
From
the
a
same
lot of
about
people.
FDR. FDR was a great president until he wasn't.
He was a great president, but his fixes for the fucking Great Depression, the New Deal, the whole New Deal thing should have been temporary, but it wasn't. It wasn't temporary. It
His
ended up being fucking permanent.
solutions fixed the problem, but they eventually became the problem.
Those solutions didn't fix the problem. They were a bandage on a fucking much larger wound. What fixed the problem was World War fucking II. And the beginning of the military-industrial complex.
Why am I just seeing this, bro?
The military-industrial complex is a necessary evil for us Americans.
It really
Yeah.
is.
Sadly.
Yeah, I guess.
Like,
I just saw the.
if you
I just saw
want
the
a
demon
strong
stuff.
fucking army, if you want to stay
Y'all
ahead
have
of
a
the
good
arms
night,
race,
guys.
you have to have.
Yeah, see you.
Night, Tassel.
See you.
If you want to have the world's best military and the world's greatest, most safest country from foreign invaders, you need it. It's a necessary evil. This is why I hate libertarians, you know? Libertarians, but libertarians. Libertarians. Because they're, we call them libertarians, those of us who are, authoritarian, right, but, have kind of lib-right leaning views, which is basically every constitutionalist. We call them libertarians because there's a fine line between being libertarian and being an ANCAP troll who just does it for the sake of the funny.
Troll?
Anarcho-capitalist.
Oh, there's two in the server.
Yeah. They're all the military-industrial complex is the worst thing to ever happen in the fucking world.
No, I think it's actually the best thing that ever happened to us because it keeps us fucking safe.
Yeah. The military-industrial complex keeps our fucking R&D, our fucking research and development, constantly going.
There's a reason why no other country wants to fuck with us other than third world nations because they don't understand how fucking evil we are or how bad we can be.
Yeah. But to more expand on my point, the fucking libertarians that say that shit and we need to privatize the military.
No, privatizing military is fucking evil of an idea. It's retarded. I actually got in a debate in Amerikin. Go on.
The worst fucking war crimes that were ever committed in Iraq and Afghanistan were done by fucking PMCs. Private military contractors.
That's the mercenary people, right?
Yeah, that's Blackwater.
That's the mercenary people, right? I remember you talking about.
Fucking culprit is Blackwater. And I've heard horror stories from people much better than me, much cooler than I am, about how fucked up they are. There was a fucking ranger back when I was working in fucking juvenile corrections. There was a fucking Ranger 68 whiskey that I used to know who fought in Fallujah, who popped his fucking cherry in Iraq, in OIF 1, in the Battle of fucking Fallujah as a fucking combat medic. And he was on gate guard duty, and these fucking two Blackwater fucks are sitting here dragging a fucking oddly female-shaped fucking like linen bag behind them that is covered in blood, and they're knocking on the fucking gate. And he comes out, and they're like, "Hey, you guys gotta let in and hide this shit. We gotta fucking hide this shit." And he pulled his fucking pistol, shoved it in the guy's fucking mouth, and said, "Get the fuck out of here before I kill you. I will shoot you in the fucking face. Get the fuck out right now."
Yeah. I remember you telling me that story the previous time. Like they're the mercenary
Yeah.
people, really, that the one they
Yeah,
hire for
they're
the videos and
mercenaries.
shit. Yeah,
But they're not even like good mercenaries. Literally the best mercenaries in the world are the French Foreign Legion, and it's because they have discipline. They're taught
They're
like an
actually
army.
a militarized group that isn't
Yes.
easy. Because the
Blackwater
French,
is filled with a bunch of fucking ex-cons, thugs, and fucking
felons.
like motherfuckers that should have been out of combat a long time ago, but can't stop. They're addicted to war. Motherfuckers, literally the worst types of people that you want fighting by your side. That's what fills Blackwater. The
I get
worst
it.
types of motherfuckers. Or airsoft kids with some fucking dirty fucking bloodlust in their fucking minds. Blackwater's the worst thing to happen to any fucking US based fucking like combat operation in the history of the fucking world. Fuck military PMCs. Fuck private military contractors.
Yeah,
Fuck
true.
them. So any fucking libertarian that you ever hear who says we need to privatize the military, and that includes Mentis Wave, I like his opinions, I really do. But when he said we need to privatize the military, I was like, you're a moron. You're
Can
a
I say something,
dumbass.
American? So Void.
Absolutely not.
Wait. So
Yeah,
why don't you like privatizing the military? Why do you
Because
think
it's
that's a bad idea?
dangerous. It can cause Blackwater.
Okay, no. I understand the modern idea of what private military
Well, we're in the
contractors are
modern
like
day, so
currently.
there's no other way to think of it.
No. I'm saying I understand the way that they are currently. It doesn't seem like like especially in history too as well. It's like there is a lot of issues to be considered with it. But I think as long as you have a ethical framework that allows them to be held accountable, or even some kind of republic, I feel like it's possible. It just it takes a lot of work.
I think one of the biggest problems is
Can
that
I tell my fucking story? I've been trying to tell for like 5 minutes now.
fine.
So, American, Void, the one guy in the server,
I believe so, yeah.
he's anarcho-capitalist. He's researching it, but he claims he is. But I was in a VC and I told him anarcho-capitalism, where you have these separate fucking ideas and you're ununified, is a detriment to society because you can't have a functioning military government and everybody has no laws. And he goes, well, private contract the military or privatize the military. I'm like, my brother in Christ, when you do that, bad shit happens because other people are gonna buy them out to do horrible things against you. And he goes, well, no, actually. I'm like, do you not know what a PMC is? When you hire a bunch of people, they don't work for anybody. They work for money. They don't care who they're working for. They could be working for the Taliban, all they care. As long as they get money to do shitty operations that are half-cocked done, they're willing to do it for the greater good of money.
Yeah. And besides, even if your fucking military likes your fucking ideas and is loyal to you till the end, there's still gonna be infighting. And there's eventually going to be a power vacuum. Somebody seizes power, and that anarcho, whatever the fuck it is, the anarchy goes away. And somebody has all the power because they have all the money and all the fucking military guys at their fucking disposal.
But
That's the way
that
shit
would
works.
never happen because anarcho-capitalism is unflawed doctrine. Well, think about it like this. You're basically setting back a nation hundreds of years to basically fucking tribes with your logic.
Yeah, tribe wars. It's Somalia. You're
Exactly.
asking
It's
to have
Somalia,
a
but in
Somalian
America.
civil war. Yeah. Oh, but we're
No,
different because we're
that's
white and
a
not
false
brown.
equivalence.
No, you're not.
That's a false equivalence.
Hmm?
I'm saying that it's a false equivalence to say that
It's not.
having this society would be bringing us back years.
Yeah, it would be because we're an ununified society that doesn't have a functioning government to lead the people or lead us. It's leading us astray. It's abandoning our principles and what our Constitution, what people fought and
No,
died for.
This
it
is
literally isn't in the way you
Yes, it
think,
is.
but it's okay.
it's kind of
How's
They're
it
like
not? How's it not?
kinda
I want to
like-
hear what you have to say. Floppa.
Wait, sorry, what?
How is it not? I want to hear what you have to say, Floppa.
How is it not setting us back years?
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so it's literally an entirely different legal system. There's an entire
What legal
different framework.
system?
You really don't think people theorize about this or the way it even would work? Like, there's tons of people who do papers and all kinds of
We're
stuff on
wondering
this.
if you have a good
I'm
theory.
sure there's
as
a
to
lot
how
of
it works.
people who make up theories and, theses on how it could theoretically work. However, I'm a realist. I may not know fucking theories, but I know human nature. And human nature is to be power hungry and greedy. There's always
Okay,
going
I
to be
mean,
somebody that
that's
seizes
still a
power. There's going to be
theory.
somebody stronger than everybody else that fucking
Takes advantage.
seizes power and implements their own fucking idea of how the world should work.
And that's a theory. That's a
Well,
theory about the way the world works. So
if
it's
we
like, why is your theory better than their theory? That's
Because
the whole
his theories
problem with it.
actually
Because I'm a
works.
pattern recognizing motherfucker, and that shit has been tried before and failed.
Look
at
at
the
other
French
nations.
Revolution.
Okay, that's confirmation bias, but okay.
Somalia.
Perpetual
Well,
civil war for
look at-
decades.
look at America, right? You were talking about having a moral framework so PMCs don't get abused and having a republic. We're in in the U.S. We're in a republic, and we had a constitution set up that wouldn't allow acts of war without approval from Congress. So we don't do acts of war. We do military actions.
Military
The last
operations.
time we declared war was what, World War II?
Technically Vietnam.
We declared war in Vietnam.
I'm thinking of a completely different kind of republic than you are, but it's okay.
So Darth Floppa,
Well,
riddle me this, Batman. So let's have this wonderful idea called anarcho, or whatever the fuck you want to believe in, where nations
Okay.
are
I'm not
divided, setting us
necessarily-
back into like the fucking Native American tribes, where we're basically chucking
See,
spears
you're
at each
already
other, but with
presuming
modern day
something.
weapons and clothing and
You're
whatever.
already presuming something.
What?
You're already you already have pre-assumptions about it. So that's the whole issue. Is that
Yeah, you know why pre-assumptions? Because it's literally been shown throughout history. Somalia.
no, but
is like
you're
the
having
best
little
fucking
false pre-assumptions about
false
how the framework would.
pre-assumptions. I'm a realist. I
About
think
How
about
would-
it.
no, about how the
Let's,
framework
let's-
would actually work.
Let's
Like-
start
like
from
it-
scratch here. Let's start from
like
scratch.
nobody
How,
actually
in your view,
believes that.
would anarcho-capitalism work?
So first off, I never said I'm inherently an anarcho-capitalist. I think the term is kind of confusing in the way it is presented
Mike is
today.
cutting out.
Just because the concept of anarchy and
Well, anarchy is just
if
shitty.
we're just talking about a
Retarded.
purely reductionist, reducing the state as much as possible, or whatever the fuck, right? That's kind of like what I'm thinking about. It is not having this kind of central government.
Show me a fucking successful fucking civilized nation that was anarchist. You can't.
I mean, if
That
we
lasted
want,
more than 5
if
years.
we're saying successful, I wouldn't necessarily say successful, but there has been civilizations that have done, and they have had progress in certain areas.
Can you name
I'm
them?
talking about a large civilization
there's an entire,
that has
there's actually an
spanned
entire
like
list.
more than 50, maybe even 100 years.
Do, 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 do.
Yeah, if we want to go 100 years, I'm not too sure about that.
So it's not successful then.
There's none of them.
There might be one from the list that I'm thinking of, but I don't think for 100 years.